Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Making with the Manufacturers. Now I figured I would do one more week of Shimelle paper because you guys, I have a lot of Shimelle paper still. I'm going to be doing these two photos. This is of me with the plain crazy sign and then the plain crazy sign. This is my absolute favorite Mickey Mouse and I love Plain Crazy, that cartoon. So I'm going to document that. So let's see what I can do. So I have a plethora of papers. I have this cut apart sheet that came from the Go Now Go paper pad, and I'm going to trim down 2 of the 3x4 cards. I'm going to have this one that says book your ticket, and I'm also going to cut out this blue one that has an airplane on it and it says adventuring. Now, I really like the fact that the airplane is facing the same direction as the airplane in my photos. It does not matter to me that the airplane is a commercial airplane. Over here on the left on this little 3x4 card, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Now this paper right here, this striped wood grain that has this red over top of it is a great paper. And then I'm going to actually use 3 total papers that have red in them. So this little guy right here has circles and plus signs on it, and I really do like it. I think it is fantastic. The other side of the paper is the actual cut apart sheet of the paper pad that I used. So I go ahead and do that so that my stripes are just showing here at the bottom, and then I'm going to trim down this paper right here, so I just see the sky. I took off the sun and I also took off the ground. So now I'm going to put the sky across the paper, so I have 3 distinct areas on my page. Now this other red paper that I'm going to use that has these lines of dots, this has strawberries on the back of it, and I can't imagine ever using strawberry paper right now in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. So I am using lots of reds together. So I'm going to go ahead and overlap my 2 photos. Again, still using 2 4x6 photos. However, I am not going to... Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to interrupt my voiceover because work called. That was fun. Heading to work at 4:30 in the morning tomorrow because we have issues. That's going to be a great time. Anyway, I am going to put these 2 photos, and they're going to be straight. I'm not going to put them at their fun little angle that I like to do these days. And then I'm going to put the adventuring card over here as well. I decide that it looks too naked and it needs a red border around it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece of that polka dotted paper down. It's going to be 3.5 by 4.5, and then I'm going to tuck that underneath of this photo. I also decide that this card right here with the dark blue around it just doesn't go, so I need to trim off the dark blue. I really do want to use the suitcase because it has the red stuff in it, and suitcases and airplanes go together. Now I decide that I'm going to give the suitcase a little bit of lift, and I'm going to pop the top of it with some fun foam, and then I'm going to do the bottom down here just with regular old adhesive. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did fill up my ATG, so I'm not using my backup tape runners anymore, which is a good thing because my one backup tape runner ran out as well, so still have to fill that sucker up. Now these are really fun. These are from the Go Now Go paper pad as well, and I decided to choose the kind of flippy letters that say go somewhere new, and then it says yay. So I figured this would be a great way to have a border between the clouds and the striped paper. Something had to go there. I thought I was going to end up with something glittery, but I decided to go with this. Now this is giving me trapped space, you guys. There's sky right here between the photos, the title here, and that suitcase. This is not bothering me whatsoever. If it bothers you, then this is not something you're going to do. Like I said, it's not bothering me at all. Kind of reminds me of an airplane window, and that's what I'm going with. I decided though I needed a little bit more decoration over here at the top. It's feeling a little bit naked up here. So I grab the flippy letters that say fun, and I'm just going to overlap that on my photograph a little bit. Now I grab these little sparkly gems. These are from Close to My Heart. They've been sitting on my desk for a little while, and they seem to be lasting forever because they're making it onto a lot of layouts. I'm just going to do a couple clusters of 3. That way I'm still going to get that little shining shimmering splendor that I thought I was going to get on the layout. So I go ahead and place those down. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? This is going to be in my solo trip album to Walt Disney World when I went during the Flower and Garden Festival. And what I'm doing with that is I'm making sure that there are flowers on every single layout, even if obviously there is no flower. Like there's no flowers going on here, right? But I'm going to make that happen. So I go into my floral die cuts and I try to find some red ones. And I find this one that I tuck behind the suitcase. And then I have this one right here that I'm going to tuck behind that fun word. And then I add a little bit of a green leaf just because I feel like the flower's a little naked up there and it needs that extra weight. I try out another flower to see if I want to make a more of a cluster, but I don't. I just like that one little flower sticking out from behind the suitcase. And then I'm going to lay down my journaling, and I just talk about how Plain Crazy is one of my favorite Mickey cartoons. And then you can also read the words in the photo where it talks about Walt Disney actually becoming the voice of Mickey Mouse. I throw down the date as well. And then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me during a Making with the Manufacturers. And then I will see you guys again real soon for another video.